Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the live, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. We got one of those topics that may sting a few people. Yeah, this topic may sting you a little bit. Some of y'all gonna come to a great realization today. A great understanding. What's good with y'all? I'm doing well, can't complain. With everything that's going on, I'm personally doing well, but you know, personally, it really doesn't matter how I'm doing. It doesn't matter how we doing individually when as a whole, we failing as people, you know? We're failing dramatically. And that's why I wanted to kind of talk about who the true enemies are. Who is the enemy? Because it seems that everybody likes to point a finger. There's very few people who self-reflect. There's very few people who look within themselves. And there's very few people who bear the weight or carry the weight on their shoulders for what their people do as a whole. I'm gonna spend some time in these woods, y'all. Y'all just bear with me for a second. Now, I find this video more than necessary. It may be too dark in here. All right, we'll find some light. Now, who's the enemy? A lot of people like to blame the devil. A lot of people like to blame the white man. A lot of people like to blame the education system. A lot of people like to blame people in their families. People like to blame the things that they've seen and been through. But a lot of the times, we are our worst enemy. We are our own worst enemy. That's just the truth. We hold ourselves back. We are the ones who destroy ourselves from the inside out. And I'm speaking of those who are struggling in the urban community. Those in the urban community hold themselves back. There's no devil holding you back. There's no white man holding you back. There's no education system holding you back. Your own people are the ones who are holding you back. Your own people. Let's look at it. Let's see. You got 104 shot in Chicago. Mind you, this is all Father's Day weekend. 104 shot in Chicago. You got 10 shot in Atlanta. You got 38 shot in New York City. Yep. And Negroes have the nerve to speak about police defunding. You want to defund the police and get rid of the police with all that's going on. I'm going to be the first one to say this, and I don't care who takes it out of context, but a lot of you Negroes aren't ready for police to be out of the picture. You need the police. Because guess what? A lot of our people are downright savages. Savages. We called Trina. We said Trina was canceled because she said that we were savages. I want to talk a little bit about the cancel culture. I want to talk about this cancel culture, right? Anytime somebody says something that you don't agree with, they're canceled. Even people in the public view, people who are in leadership positions, you're not going to agree with everything everybody say. but you automatically cancel your own people when they say something that you disagree with. That's the cancel culture. That's the culture we live in of sensitive people. Sensitive people. People get these ideas about people. You get these thoughts of how a person is supposed to be, people that you may follow on social media, people who you may frequent for information. And you get this idea of this person in your mind that they're supposed to be one way, like they are a robot, like they're supposed to believe everything you believe, think the way you think, agree with everything you agree with. And the moment when you don't see that happening, you pull your support, you slander, and you cancel them as to speak. That's the cancel culture in a nutshell. What that is narcissism, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a cancel culture. That's a culture of narcissists. All right? People, there's way more narcissists floating around this world than you can imagine, because especially within the states of America, the states have created narcissists by how this whole industry is built. You've created people to be selfish opposed to being selfless. People believe that you have to tickle their ears and appease to them at every whim. And then when they hear the truth, it hurts. Sometimes the truth can be rude, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes the truth can be direct and blunt. That's how it's supposed to be. Christ himself said, though my speech be rude, I am not lacking in truth or knowledge. Christ said in the Bible, though my speech be rude, I am not lacking in knowledge and truth. Yeah, just because someone, may be direct. Just because someone may be direct about something doesn't necessarily mean it's rude. It's just truthful. It's direct. But if you take it as rude, doesn't matter. It's still the truth. Trina was right when she said that we're dealing with savages. So when you're talking about the police, you want to blame the police for being the enemy. Tamika Mallory, she sat there and blamed AutoZone because Costello died in a car. Because a young black male was shot in a car, she said, where was AutoZone? Meaning, let's burn down AutoZone because he died in a car. You see that? You see how we blame everything? You hear how ridiculous that sounds? Let's blame everybody and everything for our problems. Let's not pay attention to all of the black people who were just murdered. Some murdered, some just shot. And you want to talk about defunding the police. About 2 weeks ago, I made a video called, What Are They Setting the Stage For? Listen closely. I told you all that they were setting the stage for a purge. And that's what they did. And that's what's happening. And you can't see it, but it's right there in front of you. You can't see it, but it's right there in front of you. People are dying exponentially all over the states. It's this whole society has become tyrannical. There's literally a purge going on. And now in the midst of all this, they're talking about defunding police officers. You wanted to know what they were setting the stage for? I told you in that video, for a real life purge. And people believe that things are getting better here. People still believe that things are getting better here within the states. People still believe that this whole corporation is going to rise back up out of the ashes. People still believe in that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's falling and it's not getting back up. All right? It's falling and it's not getting back up. You may not be able to digest that, but it's the truth. All right? Now, let's talk about our people, how we are worst enemies. Every battle that I had to face as a man, coming into this truth, running businesses, being an entrepreneur, doing certain things, making moves, Every major was against black people. Yeah, I'm saying it, and it's the truth. Everybody who tried to close the door of opportunity on me, everybody who slandered me, everybody who ever tried to deter people from anything that I'm trying to build, anybody who's ever tried to attack me, bear false witness, was black people. Black people, not white people, not government officials, not politicians, not the police, but my own damn people. Every time, it never fails. It never fails. A young lady was telling me an interesting story this earlier today of how her friend started a boutique. Her friend started a boutique, right? And she knitted and sold her own clothing line. I'm talking about she put it together. She was a stylist. You know, she had a nice boutique, right? People will go into her boutique, wear the clothes, buy the clothes, steal her ideas. I mean, they would literally steal her ideas for her clothing and make it themselves. Or they would wear the clothes, purchase the clothes, wear them in the club. Talking about she'll see them in the club, rocking out, dancing, sweating, everything. Wear the clothes in the club, right? And then bring them back to her boutique, where this woman worked hard on building her clothes and building her business. She had a great deal of people asking for hookups. You think I can get a discount on this? Why? Because that person looks like you? You think I could get a discount on these clothes that you work so hard for, that you work so diligently for to build up on your own, that the countless hours that you went into putting in the work? You think you can hook me up just because that person look like you? But you won't take your ass in Versace. You won't go in the Chinese restaurant. You won't dare step foot in any other business and ask them to give you a hookup. You won't dare do that. You know why? Because you respect people who have no love for you. And then you wonder why people get famous, get rich, become successful, and leave the hood and don't turn back. Then you wonder why. You wonder why people finally get put on, finally do what it is they trying to do, and then just turn their back on the people. Because the whole time they're climbing, clawing, and scratching their way to the top, you dragging them. You're pulling them down hills. You're beating them up while you're dragging them down the hill. You're trying to stop them. You're doing anything you can. Whatever demon wants to latch on to you to destroy your own kind, you do it. They gave all you hood dudes, all you gangsters, Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, Latin Kings, they gave you all the green light to do whatever the hell you want. And most of y'all was reserved. And then you turn all your energy in direction to your own people in this mass murder over Father's Day weekend. Over Father's Day weekend. Over Father's Day weekend, all across the states, you're bodying each other. You're shooting each other. And then we want to blame something on the police. Send more troops. Now I get it. Y'all remember the song from Tupac, Dear Mr. President? Tell me what to do. These niggas acting up in the hood, send more troops. Tupac, letter to the president. That's how I'm feeling right now. Send more troops. Because you know what? We are our worst enemies. We gotta be protected from us. Yep. I know that's a tough pill for a lot of people to swallow. But we gotta be protected from us. And that's just what it is. We can't grow, we can't develop, we can't do anything with our people. People are inconsiderate, selfish, and people are not walking the right path. A lot of people who are religious and holy, A lot of religious, holy people are hypocrites, liars. They're not really for their people. They're only there to be holier than thou and express their opinions. And let me tell you something. If you are loved by the world, the Most High not with you. If you are loved by the world, the Most High not with you. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are going to hate New Breed. A lot of people are going to hate the words that come out of my mouth. A lot of people already do. A lot of people are very envious. A lot of people they just want to tear you down, not build you up. But that's okay, because if people don't hate you, there's something wrong with that. You're going to be hated by the world. You can expect it. I can expect to be hated. But I didn't expect to be hated by people who claim that they in the truth. Because you get that too. You get brothers and sisters who are doing things, putting in work, putting in a great deal of sacrifice to do what it is they do. And all your people do is speculate and try to find fault in everything you do. Here it is, you trying to find a twig sticking out of my dreads, and you got a tree branch sticking out of your head. I'm not claiming to be perfect. Worry about you. Stop trying to always find fault in your brothers or your sisters. Stop it. Stop being so damn religious. Stop being holier than thou when we know you got a whole closet full of skeletons. Yep, there's a lot of people who are holier than thou with a whole damn closet full of skeletons. I'm talking about Eddie Bishop Long skeletons. Yeah, those kind of skeletons. But have the nerve to sit there and always try to antagonize your brothers and sisters. Get right with you. We got to stop tearing each other down, man. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. Here it is. All these people who were shot. Where's these organizations? Where's these protests? Where's those people marching? About all of the bodies that was just dropped on Father's Day. Where they at? Where are the people that's talking about our lives now? But we want to blame the police. We want to blame AutoZone. We want to blame Target. We want to blame this person. We want to blame the devil. We want to blame the institutions. We want to blame the government. Listen, the government would be nothing without agents. They could do nothing to you if you didn't have agent provocateurs in your own community. They couldn't do nothing with you if they didn't have their own people who wanted to work for them and do what they doing to hold you down. Without your own people, they could do nothing to you, because if we was all in one together, it ain't nothing they could do. If we was protecting our communities like the Black Panthers was, and every community around the states, they would respect us. If everybody was armed and protecting their own, they would respect us. But that's not what we're doing. So you know what? We're not ready to not have police. We're not ready to defund police. We're not ready to have police off the streets. We need more police on the streets. We need more of them. Yeah, I know you're going to hate that. Well, what about what the police are doing to people? What about the people who being shot by police? What about the people who are being shot by other niggas, man? How about them people? Every couple months, you see a few people getting shot by police, and you in the uproar. Where's the uproar from all of your own people killing your own people? And if you're in agreement, you need to share this video. Hit the thumbs up. Get this video everywhere, because I want to ruffle some feathers. I want to ruffle some feathers. Everything we do, y'all kick it down. Black people kick it down. Let me tell you something. Caucasians are business-minded, because if I have a talent, they're looking to make sure I'm successful because they want to make money off my talent. They want to make sure that I'm put in a certain position so they can get their hands in. If they see something that they know is a good idea or something that's lucrative or something that is going to benefit them in the long run, they will invest in that. They will invest in that because they're wise when it comes to business. They're wise when it comes to actually getting a hand on something. But it's almost going against all odds trying to do black business with a market of people who don't support their own. And then you'll have people say things like, well, black businesses usually, when you're purchasing something from black people, it usually costs a little bit more. That's because they don't give us the same business loans. They don't give us the same opportunities. When you're getting something off the ground, it has to cost more. But you don't mind going into Versace, paying all kinds of pretty much ridiculous fees for something that costs $10 to make. But you complain about supporting your own and wonder why we in the condition we in. We're not showing no love towards each other. We're not. You want to know who the true enemy is? It's your own people. It's your own people, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to come through and really make it known where I stand with a lot what's going on. I'm not going to be one of those people that fall on one side or the other with politics. I can care less about politics. I'm not a politician. I can care less about what people think, how people feel. There's a lot of people who are going to be hurt by everything I'm saying because it's the truth. It is what it is. You know, my whole message for the day is, listen, you build with whoever's going to build you up. I don't care what race they are. We got to stop being so obsessed with racism. Whoever's going to build you up individually, whoever's going to be on your side, whoever's going to be righteous, whoever's going to be there, whoever's going to be true and about their word, you stick with them. And I'm going to say this. Here's a message to all the brothers and sisters listening. A quick message before I close out. Your word is your bond. Like my man Scarface said, only thing I got in this world is my nuts and my word, my nut sack and my word. If I say something, it has to be bond. A lot of people just throw idle words out. You're going to be judged for every idle word that come out your mouth. If you tell your brother or sister you're going to do something and you don't do it, the Most High going to judge you for that. Every idle word will be judged. You got so many people who are fake. Hey, man, I'm going to come kick it with you tomorrow, man. Hey, man, we're going to ride out. We're going to do this. And they never do it. Empty promises, empty words, just to appear like they cool or they with you or whatever. They not a brother or sister. Anybody who sit there and tell you, look, man, I'm going to ride out with you, man. Hey, I've been meaning to get up with you. Hey, man, let's go here. Let's do this. And they not doing it. Watch that person. Idle words. That's something that's something a schoolgirl would do. That's literally something a rich, privileged schoolgirl would do. So brothers, you look out for other brothers who act like that and who do things like that. You want to stay as far as hell away from them as you can. Stay away from them type of people, because them the type of people that are your enemy. Idle words. Those are people who talk about you behind your back, people who slander you, people who really just trying to drag you down. When you see a person have idle words, don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted at all. Interesting story I'm going to share with y'all. In the process of getting everything ready for the Jamaica Spiritual Retreat, which I'll leave a link in the description box for individuals to reach out if you're interested. I'm gonna leave my Instagram. All right. For now on, I want people to reach out through Instagram first, and then once we communicate, and I can see that you're not a bot or an agent, then I can add you to the Fly group. All right. And I'll leave my Instagram. It's newbreed404. But anyway, interesting story. In the process of getting all of this together, organizing, I'm talking about giving people some of the best prices that they will ever get, even to the point where We've shared the link to the actual resort to show you the price difference that we charging, including excursions and the prices that they're charging, just to show you that we're sacrificing and compromising for our people, as we're supposed to do, especially people who are coming off of having tough times. In the midst of all this, in the midst of having a group, we've had people try to go start their own retreats within our group. Yes, try to start their own retreats using my platform and what I put together and my hard work to try to do their own outside retreats. This is what our people do. Let me show you how our people are. So in our groups, we have real-time updates. We have real-time media to show you the work that's being done. You can literally see brothers outside sweating, sweat pouring, building cabins, making provisions, right? Literally making provisions, doing what it is they're supposed to do. I can count on one hand how many people actually supported any of the work being done, any of the hard work that's being done. I can count on one hand out of almost 200 people who actually supported. I could count on one hand how many people actually shared what we were doing on their personal media. One hand. Instead, we got people in the group, right? Which I got rid of the group. Now that's why we're going through Instagram. And we already have a good amount of people on the way. And we already have a good amount of people who are actually going to the retreat. We got a good amount of people already. We only need, it's only actually a few more spots that's even ready. So, hit me up on Instagram if you want to go. But we have people within this group. One gentleman sends a girl, not even gonna call him a gentleman. One dude, right? He sends a girl an inappropriate picture. Of course, they must have been communicating privately. This female shares the inappropriate picture into the travel group. Now follow me here. I want to show y'all what our people do. Follow me here. She shares the inappropriate picture within the travel group. She gets removed, he gets removed. Somebody takes the picture and shares it again. Shares it again. This is supposed to be people who are like-minded. We've had people make videos inside the group. Now, mind you, anytime, let me just inform you how this works. Anytime you're creating something of that nature, it has to have rules and regulations. Like, of course, you can't share outside media because that's against what the group is for. It's in the description of the group. Listen, don't share any outside media, right? You got people in there sharing videos that's fear-mongering. Just total fear-mongering videos, trying to oppose everything that's being done. And I'm venting to y'all right now because I'm looking at this is what my people do here. This is what my people do. And I've learned a lot. I learned a lot dealing with my people in this last month. And I've learned the reason why certain people maneuver how they maneuver. I must say, there's a sin called familiarity. There's a sin called familiarity, right? I read a book on it, and I recently read this book. The book is called The Sin of Familiarity. And it's when you are a person who is in the public eye, but you're very humble and you're down to earth and you're relatable. People use that to take advantage of because they feel like you're familiar. It's the sin of familiarity. They feel like they can cross the line with you. I've had individuals inbox me, attempt to critique my beliefs and what I teach. I'm talking about people who play with crystals, people who delve into different books, which is witchcraft. That's all it is. My thing is this. You are trying to convince the wrong person. You need to choose sides right now. You got plenty of teachers on YouTube that's teaching about crystals, teaching about tarot cards, teaching about calling psychics, the whole nine. Don't go to New Breed's page and follow him and be in his inbox, be in his Instagram, trying to convince me a damn thing because I'm down to earth and I'm a very patient person. You're trying the wrong one. You're trying the wrong one. I represent, listen, I get my knowledge from on high, from the Most High God, the creator of the heaven and earth. That's who I get my knowledge from. The Bible, his word. I don't go to no seances. I don't delve in no type of witchcraft. I don't have no crystals. I don't deal with that. Just because you want to deal with that, don't try to convince others. Don't listen. People say, well, New Breed, that's not open-minded. I'm not open-minded. I'm a biblical man. If you're looking for somebody to be open-minded, you got the wrong one. All right? I'm not open-minded. I follow the word, period. And then you got people that believe that they had anything to do with what you're building and done. And I'm talking about people who haven't supported, people who is not building you up. And everything I'm saying, listen, you can tangibly use this for your life. The lessons that I learned over the last couple months, I want you to take all these lessons and apply them to your life when you're dealing with people. Because your people are the damn enemy. I'm telling you right now, your people are the enemy. Your people are the ones who are trying to tear you down. Your people are the ones trying to evade your inner circle to try to destroy something. Even Christ, when he was persecuted, it was Judas. Somebody that sat at that table with him. Somebody who sat at that table, broke bread with. Judas the one who turned Christ in. You can't blame the Romans because the Romans couldn't get to him if it wasn't for Judas. You got a lot of people who don't respect authority. They don't respect leadership. They don't respect anything a brother has built or a sister has built. So quick to judge. So quick to bear false witness. Don't even know the situation. So quick to come out your mouth and say that somebody is all about the money. Somebody is all about this and all about that. Do you know, anytime you're building something, you have to sacrifice. Anybody who's ever started a business, anybody who's ever done anything or built anything from the ground up, you're going to take way more L's building something than you just automatically being successful. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Sometimes you end up sacrificing more than you even make. Sometimes you end up helping more people out there than you can help in your own household because you didn't sacrifice. But people are so quick to judge how somebody else have become successful in something. People don't see the hard work that people put in. So quick to tear it down. When we gonna start building each other up? When we gonna stop killing each other? When we gonna stop shooting each other down in the streets like animals? All you street dudes are cowards and suckers. You can look at your brother in a heartbeat and pull that trigger. But a lot of y'all can't pull that trigger with your oppressor. A lot of y'all can't even throw these hands for real. A lot of y'all can't even throw hands, but you can squeeze a trigger. A lot of these dudes who running around shooting people, when you get locked up, you're going to be getting your ass whooped because you don't know nothing but the trigger. You don't know nothing but how to squeeze a trigger. But when you get locked up, they're going to be whooping your ass straight up because you ain't going to have no hands. You don't have no training, no nothing. Telling you, man, our people are our enemies. And I'm saying anybody who's like-minded, you link in with me if you like-minded. I can care less, how people feel. It's time to start it's time to start really showing action. It's time to start showing action, man. If you really about building up a community, living amongst your people, growing, developing, having something real within your people and building, and just, I mean, really about your folks, then you need to link in with me. If you ain't on that level, stay away from me. If you all talk, 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 stay away from me. Don't waste my time. I don't want nobody around me who just talk and it's idle words. Get them idle words out of here. Them idle words don't help anybody in any situation. Them idle words don't get us out of the conditions we in. All of these activists want to get on TV and run their damn mouth all day. We want to see action. Your celebrities can get on TV and run their mouth all day. Your celebrities can get on TV all day and talk about what's going on in the world and how we being mistreated, how much we need equality, how much we getting tore down, but none of them are doing anything. None of them are putting together anything so we can actually find freedom elsewhere. None of them are putting together any packages. No, none of them have any ideas. None of them are active in helping you escape persecutions that we're facing. None of them. But the very few people, and it's very few, I can name them on one hand on YouTube who really about their people. On one hand, you got Black Male TV Advice, you got Pastor Dow, and you got New Breed. The only people who are actually doing something, physically doing something, not just talking. Not just talking, preparing people for what's around the corner, because it's coming. It's around the corner. You might not be able to digest that, but that's the truth. And the same ones that you trying to tear down while they making provisions and trying to get this thing right, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret every idle word that came out of your mouth. You're going to regret your disrespect, and you're going to regret turning your back on your own people. You're going to regret it, man. I'm telling you right now. Those are only 3 people on YouTube who are even speaking about what's taking place in the world and what's around the corner. Most of the people that you follow, they're fear mongers. Most of the people you follow are just fear mongers. That's it. That's it. And of course, there's a couple other people that I might not have named. You know, there's people that I respect in this truth that I might not have named, but I'm saying people who are physically making moves. The people that I see. The people that I see, man. Everybody else just want to fearmonger, have you afraid, but not actually making moves to change what's happening. This thing is falling and it ain't getting back up, man. I'm telling you right now. We got to stop the cancel culture. People are going to have their own thoughts. People are going to have constructive criticism. What you need to respect is the one who tell you what it is. Just like a lot of y'all don't like Donald Trump. One thing about it, you don't gotta like him, but at least he telling you what it is and how he feel about things. Ain't no time to be playing games and beating around the bush. We telling them straight up. And yeah, if somebody said Pastor Dow, somebody I learned a lot from his channel. And when it comes to preparation, getting yourself together, he warns the people. He's not fear-mongering, but he warns the people. Black Male TV Advice, one of the first brothers that I learned from, who I was, my identity and everything. Black Male Advice, TV. These the people, these the only ones who's telling you what's going on. Bringing that fire, bringing that truth, straight up. These the only ones who not involved in different political sections and trying to appease to a certain demographic. Listen, the truth don't appease to you. The truth is not going to ever appease to you individually. You take what you can take, and it is what it is. But that's the truth. People want to be so self-centered and not just respect the authority that the Most High put in place. Respect those that the Most High put in place. Because he put brothers and sisters in their positions for a reason. Whatever position they are in life, they was put there for a reason. The Bible says, I raise kings up and I bring kings down. He the ones that put people in certain positions. That's why you respect authority. You respect the position somebody has. And don't try to tear it down or try to get to their position or try to cutthroat them to get there. Like it ain't enough room for us as brothers to wake up and lead your foundation, lead the people you supposed to lead. You ain't gotta cut the next man so you can get in that position and lead. It don't work like that. You can't do what the next man do. Straight up. That's the real deal, man. Let me see what you in the chat got to say, man. You know, we had to come with that fire today, man. Seeing my people out here in these streets dying like that. And then we want to talk about somebody's lives matter, man. It's sickening, man. Sit there and watch your people getting shot all over the place, man. Let me repeat the numbers right here. Look, we got 104 in Chicago. We got 10 in Atlanta. We got 38 in New York City over Father's Day weekend. And you want to talk about who lives matter. I know who my enemy is. My enemy look just like me, man. Same color skin, same swag, same everything. That's my enemy. Only thing a white man could do is hold me down economically. A black man want to take your damn life. A black man want to break everything you represent. A black man don't give a damn about your family. When you out of this earth and your family got to fend for themselves because they didn't put a bullet in you, they don't give a damn about your family growing up without their father in the picture. They don't care how your baby's gonna feel growing up because daddy ain't coming home no more. Your people don't think about that. Your people look, they don't have no consideration if you building something, if you have a business, if you have your own clothing line. They don't think about your family. That the money and effort and time you put in to build your business and foundation, that okay, maybe this man has a family. No, they just want to get the hookup. They want to wear your clothes in the club and then come back and bring them back. Trifling ass people, bruh. Trifling ass people, man. I only want real people around me. And I don't hate my people. I love my people, man. Don't get this twisted. The Most High God chose you. He chose you to be special people. He chose you to be above every nation, man. But damn it, I'm not seeing it right now, man. I'm not seeing it. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. That's all I'm saying, man. Hopefully this live helped you individuals who on the right side of things and understand where brothers coming from. If not, pull your support. Don't watch my channel no more. And keep it moving. You know, don't comment on my videos. Don't follow me on Instagram. Thumb up, thumb down the videos if this video don't resonate with you, because you're not on my side, man. You're not building with us, man. You're not really about your people. You really just out here to be the antagonist, and I don't have time for that, man. We don't have time for that. It's too late in the game for that nonsense, man. If you riding and you real, then show your support, man, and really help us build what we building. Because listen, time is coming around the corner where it ain't gonna be no time for the nonsense. Support your own, man. Black dollars matter. Hopefully this video helped y'all, man. Shalom and peace.